Hey guys, Berkey here. Last video I showed you how to change the strings and cables on this bow with a screwdriver. Now tonight, mosquitoes are bad again. I'm going to show you how to change the timing with a screwdriver, this little block, tape measure, and a piece of paper that I just write down ATA and timing. So let's get started. I'm going to set my little paper over here. Get this stuff over here. Okay. First thing, I'm going to rotate this down. I'll grab the camera. And this is the most important part about timing a Scorpyd bow. When you get it from the factory, or if you get a used bow, call Rex. He'll give you this measurement. You need to know what the distance is between the inside of the limb, the center of this hole. This is your timing reference mark. This is also the reference mark you will use to sync the cams. Okay, very important. You need to know that. And what this little block is, this represents my limb. This is my measurement to this line right here. And so I use this block. See if I can get in here and show you. I use this block. I pinch it against the limb, and I can sight down that line to that center of that hole. This is my block I use for timing. That is my timing mark. That needs to be in the center. And I use this for cam sync. And as you can tell, that cam is dead nuts on right where it needs to be. Let's go over here and look at this one real quick. I'm jumping ahead, but you know, that's just me. That's what I do. We're going to look down that line. Oh boy. I gotta turn my camera back on so I can see. This one is way off. You see that line is on the edge of the hole? Okay, just wanted to show you that real quick. What you were seeing, what you guys just saw. Just show you that. Okay, so I'm going to set that down. Good, got that. Grab my little card. And first thing I'm going to do when I start to time my bows or do anything to them is I measure my ATA. You know, the specs are out there. Beautiful thing about Crossbow talk is, man, you can ask a whole bunch of guys, hey, what's your ATA? What you know, you got factory specs too. And what I do is I put the 1 inch mark right on the center of that axle, and I go over here and I measure 18 and 13/16. Take that inch away, that's 17 and 13/16. That is 1/16 out from my spec. So I'm going to write that down, 1/16 out. Now remember, this bow's narrowed up. This is my bow. This ain't your grandpa's Scorpyd. So do not think your ATA needs to be 17 and 13/16, because it ain't. Okay, now that I know that I'm a 16th out on my ATA, I'm going to take this little block, and I just showed you how I use it. I'm going to go back again just for my peace of mind. Okay, that cam is dead center on my timing mark, so I'm going to use that as a reference. I'm going to go over here and look. Say, okay, that cam was center of that mark. This cam is on the edge, and the hole is closer to the inside of the limb. That tells me this cam is advanced into the direction of the draw stroke. So, in seeing how this cam is dead nuts perfect, I'm going to move this cam first. I'm going to move this one. I think I'm going to try 1 twist on this cable first. So, to do that, you want to make your twist over here on the limb puck cable control arm right here. And you put your screwdriver in this cam. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a twist in this cable, and then I'm going to go back and check it with this block. There, I just did that. Put 1 twist in this cable. Now what you want to do is, since you pop this cable off, it's not seated properly. I like to pinch these a few times, pull this a couple times, kind of get it set in. You can shoot it if you want. I'm going to check this. Okay, I'm still off, boy, a 32nd. It's still in a 32nd. I'm going to check this. And this one is actually in. Actually, they're perfect now. To that reference mark, they're both holes are in the same place. So now my cams appear to be synced, but I'm gonna go ahead and give this a couple more tweaks. Check it again. Yep. And yep. Okay, now my cams are synced. They are both in the same place. From the inside of the limb to the center of the hole, they're right on. Okay, now my cams are synced. Now I'm going to check my ATA again real quick, see if it didn't move. Nope, I'm still on 18 and 17 and 13/16. Okay, I'm going to take my block again, and we already know this because I showed you earlier. I'm going to put it on there, and I'm going to look. Right now, the center of the hole is that way of the line. And since you sync your cams, you don't have to check this side. So that tells me this cam is still advanced in the rotation of the draw. I need to disadvance this cam and this cam. They're both synced. So how you do that is, to disadvance this hole, you tighten these cables, both cables evenly. I'm going to go one twist in each cable. Not going to mess with this yet. Okay, so let's do that. One twist tighter. This one always gives me fits. Big fingers. Uh-oh. My cable side slipped out. And it's a good learning experience right here. This is what happened to me. Not a big deal, just pop it back in. Now, I put a twist in both these cables. I'm going to go ahead and pinch them. A couple tweaks here. I'm going to check this. Boy, whoo, she's really, really close. That one's centered. So I'm going to tweak this again. Good time, you can draw it too. I mean, draw it and shoot it. That sets them in better. But this is going to get you so close. You see there, now I'm dead center. Dead center. Timing is set at this point, and we've already synced them. So we're synced, we're timed. Now we're going to check the ATA. I am still a 32nd off. I moved that bow half a 16th. Now, if you really want to get anal about this, you put a half a twist in everything. That'll get that ATA in. These timing marks will not change. Okay, that's it. I mean, just remember, tighten cables, hole moves away from the limb. Tighten string alone, hole moves in. See, as I pull that represents tightening. That hole moves into the limb. Nothing more. I mean, this bothers me. I'm sitting there reading, as like guy says, oh yeah, I put 6 twists in my cable or my string to get my ATA back. But what he don't realize he just did is he advanced this cam into the draw, and he took away performance on these limbs. You need to maintain that measurement from the inside of the limb to the center of that hole. And any time that hole gets closer to the inside of that limb, you're losing power. It's that simple. What else do I need to go over on this? That's it. I mean, that is how you time these things. Get you a good reference block. Know this measurement, what it's supposed to be. I'm sure Rex will tell you if you call him. Great thing about forums, again, a lot of guys own these bows, and they'd be happy to share that information. Yeah, we might get 6 different, measurements, but in my line of work, split the difference.